first, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello everyone, this is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. Thank you for joining us. We are live streaming here out of the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom. This is what we do every weekday. We start around 1 p.m. We go throughout the afternoon and we cover a wide range of topics. Those of you who watch this show frequently know that, but just in case it's your first time, thanks for doing so. Don't forget to grab that Fox 12 Oregon app. Right now, though, we're going to be playing my discussion with Thibault Leclerq, who is the principal character designer for LAIKA Studios. Now, if you're unfamiliar, LAIKA Studios, located right there in Hillsboro, Oregon, putting out some amazing films over the years. Coraline, ParaNorman, as you can see right there, and plenty of others winning a lot of awards. ParaNorman has been in the news again lately. The movie originally came out in 2012. It was recently announced that, well, at the end of that show, slight spoiler, Mitch, one of the characters in there, reveals that he has a boyfriend. The guesses and the speculation has always been, what is the boyfriend's name? Who is the boyfriend? Because they never revealed that. They revealed that earlier this month as Luca. So we're going to talk about that and the reveal and what that means for fans of the film and everything else. There's also going to be another ParaNorman short that's coming out later this year. We discussed that as well. So it's a lot of things, a lot of topics during this, but getting a chance to sit down with somebody like Thibault was pretty interesting to just see a little bit behind the curtain of that world. So that's what we do here in this interview.
I'm the principal character designer at LAIKA. So basically I'm in charge from all character design and character development on the feature films over there. So this go from the early stages, like the research, the sketches, and like finding the character very early on, sometimes even before we get the script, just when we get the idea, like really roughing ideas on paper to kind of find visually who this character is, up to the final look on the screen. So going through all the stages of character development, from design, like finding him when we start getting some animation tests, texturing, the color, and of course, because LAIKA does everything in stop motion, I follow through the whole puppet fabrication and see it kind of getting alive, like as a three-dimensional puppets. So
it's got to be exciting thinking about that, going from that concept process to how should this character look, how should they feel? I mean, that's a lot of different things that go into that. I mean, how long does that take, honestly, for, say, like a movie like ParaNorman with so many different characters in there to really create them and bring them to life?
Oh, it takes a lot of time. It takes like years. It depends on the movie, it depends on the cast and how many characters we've got, but it definitely takes years to actually build the whole cast of characters. And for some project on my end, we haven't stopped in what we call development stages. When the movie is not even greenlit yet, we're like really developing the whole world and the whole story. We're starting to already design the characters, you know, hoping that at some point they're going to become puppets on the real stage, you know.
But you're thinking about them even then, like going through that process of, is this person? Yeah, what does it go through? It's just, I mean, that's magic, I think, to anybody else who's outside of the industry, just because that seems so complex that it's hard to even, think about that. Just don't do that. Because then when you see the final product, it just all makes such perfect sense.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a big part of the job for us. Is like making sure that at the end it feels effortless, like the magic is just like coming through on the screen, like it makes sense. It's like, yeah, of course that's the character, that's what he looks like. But for us, it's been like thousands of decisions, and like we even go to decide like what is going to be the curl of that hair, what is going to be the color of that eye, like everything is like nothing is left without thinking, because we've got to build everything from scratch. So everything up to the wrinkles of the armpit, everything is like we thought about every part of it.
Every little detail, going over that and then bringing it to life and bringing that character. Well, when you look at, since we are talking about ParaNorman, and just some of those characters in there, and in particular, Mitch, can you tell us just about the designing of Mitch, that character, and what went through that process?
Oh, yeah. 100%. I mean, ParaNorman was designed before, I came to LAIKA. It was before my time, is back in 2012. And back then they had Heidi Smith, which is an amazing character designer. And she had like a very kind of, very raw, very textural, very very unique kind of style to design all those characters. And I think like one of the things you can see in Mitch, but you can see it in every character, is like there is a strong kind of asymmetry to all those characters. There is a strong kind of nervous line, nervous quality to it, like something that you don't usually see in other like animation movies. Something where, like, I would say, especially in ParaNorman, we definitely embrace like the imperfection of everybody, and we kind of really kind of embrace that, and we make it kind of strong part of the design. And you can see that in Mitch, there is not one symmetrical part of this character, like just how the hips is kind of completely offset from the torso, like all those things are very unique and kind of unexpected, especially back then for a character.
But then those kinds of things are planned out. That's intentional.
Yes. Yeah, design wise, everything is planned out 100%. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's amazing. So talking about something like this, with the fandom obviously that ParaNorman has, and just the people who love this movie, one of those mysteries being, Mitch's boyfriend, and now having that reveal come out. Can you tell us just about that process of deciding to reveal that?
Oh yeah, I mean, it was something that we knew a lot of people, including ourselves, has always had like this interest of knowing who is Mitch's boyfriend. It's such a Mitch on its own. It's such an interesting character, and it's been always something that at the end of the movie, when you discovered this, you kind of unconsciously like already think about who this character is with, so when we knew that a lot of the fans and there was a lot of people that really wanted to know, it was such a really a really good opportunity for us to re-explore this universe and kind of starting to dig into this character. And we really treat it like it's going to be a character for the movie. We really planned it out like I would receive the script about this character, I would know about him. I talked about Chris, the creator and director of ParaNorman, about like who he envisioned as a character, like how he thinks he would be, and we would really like design it like this character can have his own story and his own personality. And I think that's why a lot of people reacted to the drawing, is because it does feel like a real person. It's been built like he would be a real character. It's not just an illustration. It is someone.
Yeah, that's someone, that's their story. But that's part of the, again, going back to that, the idea of the magic of what you do is that, yeah, you feel like, oh yeah, well, that's this person that's been here the whole time, and they've got a whole story, all by looking
exactly
at and revealing
yeah.
What's it been like seeing the reaction from everyone?
It's been great. I mean, I was so glad that people really liked it and really reacted to it. I was like really amazed by seeing how many reactions that these drawings came from. I mean, at the end of the day, that's the big part of why we do all of this. Me as an artist, but like in general as a studio, we do all of this for the people, for the audiences. We want them to kind of connect to the characters we do. I want them to be able to connect to any drawings I do. That this is, I think, the big reward for us is when you create a little drawings and it's got its own life and people react to it and feel connected to it. And that's, for me, like that's a win. That's exactly what we wanted. Like it's always something when, especially for us, we most of the time worked in the shadow, and we do feel like, oh, this is it. This is the character. This is Mitch boyfriend. We were like, I think we found him. Like it does feel right. But you never know until he comes out. You never know how people
Right.
are going to react. So having this kind of really affirmation from everybody that's like, yeah, people really reconnected to him, that feels good. It feels like we were on the right track and we did form the character.
I mean, just going back to what you're talking about at the beginning, just how many years this could take sometimes, for developing characters in general. And yeah, being there, being like, I think this is right. This is how it's going to be. But then putting it out in the world, I mean, I imagine that's part of the job, but that's got to be a little nerve wracking, I would think, sometimes, of just what's the reaction.
Oh, of course, 100%. Especially since it's always, it's always abstract. We're not doing math. It's just emotion. It's just a feeling every time. It's just for Mitch's boyfriend, for instance, we had a lot of ideas of like who it could be, and I don't know how many drawings I've done. Like I've done so many different drawings. We went in so many different direction, and we found like, I think there's something in the face here. There's something in the attitude there. There's something in like what he wears here. It's like, and it's about like really like kind of progressively combining all of those ideas until it all feels right. But at the end of the day, it's like I say, it's not math. It's just intuition and emotion is like, this feels correct, or this doesn't feel right, you know.
Um,
So
when you're doing that, do you look at like real world examples, like look at real world people as well?
yes, 100%. Yeah, I think like most of the time we you know we act we ask the director or the creator of the universe, of the characters, you know, if there is anybody he's got in mind. Sometimes they already have actors in mind, or sometimes I drew for my own inspiration. You know, I'm gonna sometimes unconsciously draw from people I know, people I hang out with, or people that
Right.
remind me of that character, just to make sure there's something grounded about it. I think that even if it's not something always planned, at the end it always reminds you of someone real. And if it's the case, that means the characters feels right, feels real. And so many times I remember having created characters where, yeah, people go, oh, it reminds me of this person, and I didn't even thought about it, but I was like, okay, that means this person is actually, this character feels right, feels real.
That's
So
cool.
yeah,
I don't know. That's just really
yeah.
awesome. Well, tell us if you don't mind, just about the directing side of things as well, and going into that part of it.
It's been amazing because I mean, like we were talking about, ParaNorman is probably, you know, one of my all-time favorite movies. If it's not my favorite movies in animation, like when I saw it, it directly and immediately connected to the characters. Like it's just, it is a movie about the outcast, about the gifted, the misfits, and like it's a movie about any artist, I think, because I definitely, as a creative, connected to this character and this world. So being able now to rework in the universe, and like starting with Mitch boyfriend, and now like directing this short, which is like part of this and this world, but being able to like have my voice into it, and like making it a part of that world, you know, has been such an amazing experience. It's been really great. And I think like people are going to be excited to see that we really completely stay true to everything they love about ParaNorman. We really didn't try to like reinvent ParaNorman. We actually just try to really highlight and like capitalize on everything that people really liked about it already, and everything that made the movie so unique. And it's just going to be in like a slightly bit different kind of look, and a little bit of a fresh style that I think people's going to connect to.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
fresh style, but not a complete, reinvention of what
No,
people love.
exactly. Yeah,
And
exactly.
just for anybody who doesn't know too, could you let everyone, I probably should have started with this, but let everybody know about what this short is that's gonna be coming out.
Yeah. It's gonna come out around Halloween. It's gonna be part of the re-release of the ParaNorman feature, which is gonna be released in 3D and 2D, and it's gonna be a part of that. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's an
that's so
expectation.
exciting for everybody. Do you think there's anywhere, I know you can't answer this question, but I'm gonna answer and ask it anyway. Anywhere down the line where we could see a full length Paranorman 2?
I don't know. That's not that's not up to me. That's not up to me.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
No.
Well,
No.
I think just for everybody out there, who's watching this, is there anything that you as a character designer, as somebody who goes into all of that detail for everything, that probably not everybody's going to have the eye for that when they're watching it. They just look at it as a whole character. Is there something specific that you would like encourage people to look at when they're watching the films, or even just this upcoming one, that they some piece of detail that they can look at that maybe they wouldn't normally pay attention to?
Oh, on a design standpoint, or just
Yes,
for the
from a
film
design
on its own?
standpoint.
From
Yeah,
a
when they're watching it.
design standpoint, I think like especially for this upcoming films, I would look at like the treatment, and how every little part of the anatomy and the design of the character has been thought through that treatment. Like there is nothing left just without a artistic thinking to it, up to
Yeah,
the iris, to the nostrils, etc. And I think like you can really appreciate that craft and that level of attention to detail that Leica is really known for. We kept the same approach here.
yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say
Oh,
thank you, also for having time to talk to us about this. Just I really appreciate
oh
getting
yeah.
to go into some more
Oh, thanks.
detail. Yeah, man,
Oh yeah.
this is really cool. Anything else that you
I,
want to let people know just about when it comes to Luca?
No, I mean, I think like I think the characters and the design itself is kind of it all. I think the idea is like, especially in my job, and it goes even when I direct the movie now, is like the work should speak for itself. So I think like everything is said on paper, and I feel like if people appreciate it, that means it worked. We did it well. So
Awesome.
I'm very
Well,
happy. Yeah.
fantastic. Well, thank you. Yeah, and thanks for, as I mentioned, for all of us out here,
Yeah.
it's kind of magic how it happens. So it's
Thanks
nice.
a lot. No, I really appreciate being invited, and yeah, I hope you're gonna enjoy the short soon too.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you. Bye.
All right. So again, appreciate them being able to join Thibault and just Leica in general, as far as them setting that up and making that happen. So good conversation, interesting thing, and obviously happening, right here in Hillsboro. So another local company making things that's getting noticed nationally, internationally, and the new ParaNorman sequel, the short anyway, that's going to be coming out later on this year. We'll have more details, I'm sure, when that's coming out. All right, this is Fox 12 Now, and again, if it's your first time watching, we cover a wide range of topics here on this show. We have plenty more coming up, so whatever platform you're watching on, this is the place to be. I'm going to take a quick break. We'll be back at 1:30 p.m., and we'll be talking about orcas. Yes, orcas. There's the southern resident orca pod that's off the Oregon coast. We're going to find out more details about that from the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife, but they have a plan on how to mitigate some of the risks that they're facing. That's coming up here at 1:30 p.m. So if you're watching live, you can join me for that, or if you're watching after the fact, that may already be up there on the Fox 12 Oregon app. So that's a great way to watch these segments afterward as well. We've got plenty, though, throughout the afternoon. So we're going to take a quick break right now, and then we will be back. Again, I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.